Joining me to discuss this is a lawyer, Olayinka Ola Daniels. Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
When you look at the details of the this case that you now have, which I mean every one of us now have, give us your legal perspective as to what you think have played out and what will play out eventually.
Yeah. The first off, we must understand that a suspect is innocent till proven guilty. So we should take cognizance of that first. That well, there can be different social medias, news here and there, but right now, the senator is still innocent. Himself and his wife, they are still innocent till proven guilty. That's number one. Number two, then if they found guilty under the law of the United Kingdom, of course, there are punishment, there are things that will follow, which they will have to follow suit. But then, if we look at it critically, the question involved here, because when the news came up, the first thing we saw was organ hunting, which we just have to be careful. Particularly, sorry, I need to say this about our media. They just, put up a news probably to sell their, their product, their news to sell. So they just come up with a news when they not done their investigation well. There's what we call investigative journalism, where it is this thing, in this country that you just see things flash out anyhow. Having said that, let's leave that beside. Right now, there's a letter that was sent to the deputy commissioner. High Commission, Deputy High Commission of, the United Kingdom, the embassy, the consular. And this is clear. What Ekweremadu was going to do was clearly stated in that letter, meaning that a visa was obtained, not illegally. So if a visa was obtained appropriately, and in the course of obtaining that, well, there are other issues. If we are talking about probably perjury, forgery, well, because we are hearing about 15 years of age of this boy, and the passport is carrying 21 years.
I would like to come in here. In terms of the organ harvesting, I'm not sure that was made up by the media. I'm sure this basically were charges that were brought against him, and we're basically just repeating those charges. But let me ask you where you think the missing link is, because there were documentations made here, especially through immigration. The child, as we now know that he's 15, has an international passport. I mean, that's how he was able to get to the UK. And then he gets there. We understand that under the pretense that he was 21. That's a story that we know we'll get in. But where do you think the missing link is between Nigeria and documentation in Nigeria and then documentation in the UK?
Well, I think where this whole thing came up was at the hospital, really, in the UK. Because in Nigeria, the documentation in Nigeria is still through, and this is just one of many that we do not have preview to. This is one of many instances that happen in Nigeria. Because the question is, who told them that this boy was 15 years? At what point? Then when they went to the passport office to get the passport, how did they know that this boy is 21? Is it that the passport official, the immigration official, could not find out that this boy is 15 as against 21 that was put on the passport? So all these questions need to be asked. The necessary, the authorities that have put up all these, because first we are talking about the passport before the visa. So all the necessary authorities that have put up this passport, we need to ask them questions, because for a fact, an international passport was obtained. And that was what brought about the visa, because it's only when you have international passport you can go for a visa, and all that was done here in Nigeria. And no questions was raised as to what happened, that they couldn't get it or they could get it. Yeah, that happened. They got it in Nigeria. So if we can do that here, without investigating and without knowing, because like I said, it's just one of many that happens around. And thank God that this is...
And Barrister Daniels, especially because you also require NIN to get your passport done. And if you have your NIN, it then means that there's certain information about you that is in the government coffers. And age is one of those information that comes with NIN. So one wonders how that was the mist. I want you to speak to that. Then I also want you to speak to the issue of jurisdiction. All of this happened in Nigeria. They have been arrested in the UK. Where does the issue of jurisdiction come in?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. The jurisdiction, when we're talking about the issue of jurisdiction, what happened did happen in Nigeria. Where were they caught? Because there is what we call law of domicile or law of contract, as in where the incident happened, where the crime took place. Where was it caught? Because as far as Nigeria is concerned, it was issued, for name and all that. Probably the age they gave them, even at the name level, was 21, because the age on the name should correspond with the age on the international passport. I don't have preview to the name, age. If that was done, then they need to prove to us that this boy is actually 15 and not 21, because if NIM is carrying 21 and the international passport is carrying 21 years, then they need to clear that here in Nigeria. So that part will not, the UK will not have jurisdiction over that here. We need to fix that. Where do United Kingdom have jurisdiction is to the extent of the crime they had raised, the allegation of crime that they have raised that Ekweremadu has committed, which is probably using the underage, a minor. And don't forget that the story we have that is going around is the fact that this boy was actually neglected. The boy was on the street when he went to the police, and probably investigation went into that to find out, not as if that this boy, because at the time they went to the hospital, they couldn't work on the boy because the doctor said the boy was a minor. So at this point, it's for the UK police to investigate this matter. So they have jurisdiction. UK has jurisdiction over this because this crime was found out in in UK, and the suspect, the UK has said that this suspect has committed so crime. I don't think they have come to. I don't know if the perjury as to the age on the passport, and because that one will be from here. And if we cannot also identify the fault in that here in the passport, and we cannot say, okay, this boy, maybe he doesn't even know his age. You know, there are some
hopefully we're conducting our own investigations here to see where we have the loopholes. Thank you so much for talking to us, lawyer Olayinka Daniels.
Thank you for having me.